How did Subaru target lesbians 25 years ago? Welcome back to Tales in Advertising. I am Baron von Snide. The Subaru reputation is not just a stereotype, but a highly targeted and progressive marketing campaign launched in the 1990s. So how does one advertise a car that journalists describe as sturdy, if not drab? Well, instead of competing with the big car companies for the same 18 to 35-year-old markets living in the burbs, we decided to niche down to outdoorsy types who could handle a dirt road. And those willing to pay a premium for all-wheel drive broke down into 4 core groups: teachers, IT, healthcare, and lesbians. We did our research and found pockets of the country like Northampton, Mass. And Portland, Oregon, where the head of the household was single, and most times a woman. Owners in the Subaru community loved it for trips and hauling stuff. They found it fit yet not too flashy. However, pop culture had still yet to embrace the LGBTQ cause. Hit movies and TV shows like Will and Grace were still a few years away. I cannot stress to you enough how far we were behind at the time on LGBTQ issues. We were losing the war on all fronts. Clinton just passed Don't Ask, Don't Tell for the military, and Congress just passed the Defense of Marriage Act in 1996. To make matters more confusing, when advertisers pitched this concept to Japanese executives that owned Subaru, one businessman quickly ran to his dictionary to look up the word gay. He excitedly shook his head in agreement. Of course, who wouldn't want advertising that was joyful and happy? Subaru's role, cultivating lesbian-friendly imagery, went largely unnoticed by the straight community. They missed the subtext. We found winks and nudges worked best for our campaign. We had one spot where the license plate read Xena Lover, and the tagline was, "Once you're out, you're out." Playful coding was appreciated by the consumer. They liked deciphering the code. Meanwhile, the straight community only noticed things like the bike rack. Subaru went on to sponsor events like gay pride parades and hired Martina Navratilova, a former tennis star and lesbian, to star in their ads. Subaru's campaign was a hit and led to financial success. The lesbian-focused campaign did not single-handedly save the struggling car maker, but in the 2010s, only Tesla grew faster than Subaru. Listen, all we did was find a group that felt marginalized, unseen, and unheard, and made some ads for them. It's heartening to know that the origins of this lesbian stereotype do not come from a cynical marketing campaign, but rather a progressive one. I have been Baron von Schneid, and this has been Tales in Advertising.